I'm Aeryn. Welcome to the week's Tarot and Numerology reading for all signs. If you see this video on a different date, don't worry, the messages will still apply. And that's because the universe is sending us signals in many different ways, and the timing is always perfect. And since this video is for all signs, maybe not all of the messages will apply to you, but I hope that at least one phrase or one keyword will resonate with you and can be of great help for you this week. I hope that you're all having a great summer, and I also hope that the new moon in Virgo was very healing to you. I'm going to pull 3 cards as always. And I'm also gonna pull an oracle card for additional advice for the week, and I'm gonna use the fairy oracle cards. This one. Okay, so let's see. How is the energy for the week? Okay, let's start with the beginning of the week. We have the King of Wands. Yay! For the middle of the week, we have the Four of Swords. And then the end of the week, we have the Magician. Okay, and for the Oracle card, we have the Awakening of the True Self. Sorry, it's a German card. So let's take a look at the beginning of the week. We have the King of Wands. And this card represents lots of enthusiasm, lots of energy, and you don't really care about what other people think of you, which is amazing. If you are trying to create something, or if there's anything that you're working on, it will really propel your work. And the Wands is symbolic for your passion and your desire and your willpower. And since this is the King of the Wand cards, this is like the how do you say, final stage, or this king has accumulated so much knowledge and experience throughout his life that now he has all the powers in his hand. He's holding on to the wand very firmly, and this salamander represents that you can overcome anything. Back in the days, people believed that the salamander can walk through the fire and without any injuries. So it also represents resilience and the power of like really being diligent. So this king is very confident and very strong, and there is nothing to fear, because you know that you have it, you know what you have, what it takes, and you know what you are going to do, and you have all the skills and the knowledge and the experience for your task ahead. So the beginning of the week will be very energetic, I feel. You have lots of passion, and you're confident, and you enjoy what you're doing, and you do it for others. This king is very he's very concerned about the family and the people that he is taking care of. So you want to be there for others, and you want to do good things for the world. You want to leave a very warm message behind. You want to empower others, and that's because you have so much energy to share. And so for the beginning of the week, I would just really enjoy whatever you're doing. Just put everything in it, like your all, and be confident that things will turn out great. If you're working on a project, you will really feel a lot of energy, and the teamwork will be great because this King of Wands is a great manager as well, and very responsible, so you can really finish lots of tasks in the beginning of the week. For the middle of the week, we have the Four of Swords. And here, it's kind of like the opposite. The universe is saying, please take some time off. So maybe you're working too hard on Monday, Tuesday, or partially Wednesday. And therefore, in the middle of the week, it's time to recharge your batteries. This is especially important because the swords represent your mind and your ideas and your opinions. So the pause is for you to so when you sleep, you reconnect with source, right? And this is the time when also your brain is kind of organizing its thoughts and ideas. And on a spiritual plane, you reconnect with source, so you can get lots of divine downloads while you sleep or while you meditate. And so the middle of the week is very important for you to really charge not only your body, but also especially your ideas, to get inspiration and to get divine downloads. And if you cannot take days off, or if you cannot take lots of sleep, then I would recommend meditating or going into nature and connecting to nature and get inspiration from there. I'm also hearing from the cards right now that maybe in the middle of the week you will be disappointed by somebody. So maybe there's somebody older than you that you really respect, a leader, for example, that gives you guidance, and you respect that person so much for his knowledge and his experience, and so that's why you follow his guidance. But in the middle of the week, something appears, or you witness something, and then you get kind of disappointed by that person. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of sensing. So take lots of rest and be kind to your mind, body, and soul. And yeah, it could be that there's somebody that you are following or you're trusting, and that turns out to be kind of it turns to be your disadvantage. Yeah. So for the end of the week, we have the Magician. And so maybe because you are disappointed by somebody that you truly followed and trusted and listened to, you decide at the end of the week, you know what, I'm in control of my life and my work and everything. So you take back control at the end of the week. It's kind of like regaining a sense of your identity. You're so confident, right? In the beginning of the week, in the middle of the week, you take a pause, and at the end of the week, you find a new you. It's kind of like a new sense of confidence, and the snake shows me that something is complete. So maybe you complete a project, or within you, inside of you, something is done, it's finished, and therefore you can start. You have a new beginning, but with this kind of new sense of confidence that you never had before, and you truly understand, and you can really feel that you have everything that you need. You have all that. You can see the four pip symbols in this card: the wand, the pentacle, the sword, and the cup. So you have everything that you need. You have you have your body, and you have your mind, and you have your soul, and you have your willpower, you have your desire to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. And this also shows me it's kind of like the duality of life, no? This is more tender and this is more fiery. So you have both. You have the tenderness, it kind of echoes this card, and you have the fiery energy echoing the first card. And so, or maybe you have two teachers and one has a very powerful style and the other is more mellow, and so you take in both ideas, you take the best of both worlds, kind of, and that gives you a renewed sense of who you are and what you can do and how you want to do things from now on, and it gives you lots of confidence. It's a very exciting card because you will find something new about yourself, and you will also find a new kind of understanding for yourself. You're able to love yourself the way you are, and you're also excited about the new things that you can do from now on with that awareness. The oracle card says the awakening of the true self. And to me, this is very similar to the magician card. Your awakening of a true part of yourself, and that gives you a renewed sense of confidence. And this card looks very natural. The colors are very natural looking. So maybe it's also about you remembering about who you were or who you truly are, who you are naturally. And so I guess this week is a time for you to understand who you are in truth. So not what others expect of you, or not the way you follow other people's advice or whatever the world expects from us, but to really be who you truly are and to do the things that you truly enjoy in the way that you want to do it. So I think the magic is to discover new aspects of yourself. That's what I feel when I see this fairy. But on this table, there are lots of different items, and that to me is kind of like we all have so many fractures of ourselves, no? I sometimes feel like I have so many different people within me. I mean, of course, I'm a whole self, but how should I say this? Depending on my emotion or the phase of the moon or the phase of the month, because I'm a woman, I guess other women will understand how with the hormones, I feel like I'm 4 different people within a month. And so like that, this to me looks like different aspects of you. So the magic lies in not only discovering new aspects of the self, but to be true to yourself. So meaning you love all of the aspects. So sometimes we're all not perfect. And I think all of us, or many of us, have aspects of ourselves that we don't like, or aspects of ourselves that we don't want to accept, or that we don't even want to look at, because this background is very dark. And so to me, this card is suggesting, look into yourself, look into the depth of yourself, aim for the dark spot, the dark side of yourself, and love the dark side of you. Usually, I feel like we all kind of try to resist the darker parts of ourselves, but this week I feel like we are going to be able to really love ourselves wholly, like the whole of us, not just the good parts of us, but like all the parts of us, the parts where we're shy, when we're embarrassed or ashamed, or when we have fear, or the part of ourselves when we feel like we're weak. So maybe all these words, they sound very negative, but in the cosmic truth, maybe they are not negative parts of ourselves. Maybe those parts are exactly the parts that make us who we are, or make us unique or loving, or maybe those parts that we are most ashamed of, or the parts that we are trying to hide or try to deny, are the answers to our next step. Let's try to love ourselves just the way we are, including our bad parts. And let's draw a line on constantly beating ourselves up for not being able to do something well, or to not being like other people, and to not push away an aspect of ourselves, but to invite it back in. To me, this feels like regaining power. Maybe in our life, somewhere along the way, somebody told us, hey, you should get rid of that kind of attitude or behavior. Or maybe along the way, we saw something and we thought, oh, I'm never gonna be like that, or I'm not okay the way I am right now. And so we kind of disregarded certain parts of ourselves, and now the universe is inviting us to take back those aspects. Numerology wise, we have the King of Wands, so 14 plus 4 is 18, plus 1 is 19. In numerology, 19 is the number of the Prince of Heaven, which is the sun. And it's about shining our light. And it's about being really authentic and being the way we are, being shining our identity. And so it fits perfectly to the week. In numerology, 1 stands for the individual and also for the beginning, and number 9 is for endings. So 19 to me also shows the alpha and the omega. It's the beginning and the end, and we are in a number 5 month, which is the month for many changes to occur. So again, the numerology is telling us that we are in the midst of change, a transformation, and it's about our individuality. We are regaining our individuality. We are saying goodbye to something, and then we can start anew, but with a better connection to our true self. And for the past few weeks, there has been so much change and transformation and rebirth energy. And when I talk to my clients, many tell me that the last few weeks, the past 2 months, were pretty tough on them. And some even felt that maybe the world is against them. But seeing this, I feel like all the changes that we have been through and all the transformation that the universe has urged us to go through have actually brought us closer to who we are. Those changes, they were not meant for the universe to be mean towards us, but to rediscover a path towards our true self again, to reconnect to our true essence again, and to find out who we actually are, and to kind of really figure out how we want to continue from this point on, from this new perspective onwards. So the theme of the week is to be true to yourself. In the beginning of the week, you have lots of courage and energy, you have lots of enthusiasm, and you are in control. You can take leadership and you can accomplish many great things because you have the willingness, and you also have the determination to walk through fire. You can really do great many things in the beginning of the week. In the middle of the week, take things slow. As I said, the theme of the week is to be true to yourself. So if you feel kind of not really in alignment, or if you're not in the mood for something, then you don't have to do it, I think. Take some time off, or meditate, connect with nature to find your balance. This week is a lot of about balance, inner balance. So take the middle of the week to ground yourself and to reconnect with source in order to kind of organize your mind a little bit. And then in the end of the week, you will find a new sense of confidence about being you. You can really appreciate all aspects of you, and you will be much kinder to yourself because you now understand yourself much better. Your experiences and whatever you have been through makes more sense now. You can accept all parts of yourself, and that gives you a new power for the future. You feel like you have everything in your hand, and so you can really enjoy the weekend, and you will feel very complete. The oracle card says to awaken the inner self. So instead of running away or denying the darker sides of you, look at them and try to understand those parts and to love them and accept them. Send love to them, because that will give you treasures, and it can become a key for you to truly loving yourself. For a personal reading, please send me an email with your name, your date of birth, and your questions to the tarot. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. Don't forget, everything will be okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Jeden Tag aufzustehen, jeden Tag die Chance zu sehen, trotzdem nie was zu verstehen, wohin das Ganze wirklich